Verity.
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 It's Verity. Brought to you by Prodigy.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. I hope all listeners are in a good health and always take care of yourself no matter where you are. So today, I am Zarina Zairi, will be your host for the Self-Love Talk. So in the Self-Love Talk podcast, I will share with you guys all the topics that related with self-love, such as healing process, spiritual growth, actions that support our physical, psychological, emotional, mental well-being, and a lot of interesting talk about self-love. People who live with mental illness continue to be stigmatized despite the fact that medical and scientific advancements have improved our ability to understand and treat the condition. This is something that can happen in a variety of settings and can take on a variety of forms. The idea that having a mental illness indicates spiritual weakness is just one illustration of this. This message, whether it is overt or indirect, can discourage people who suffer from mental illness from making use of the myriad of therapeutic resources that are at their disposal. Therefore, for today's episode, I will look into the mental health myth, which by I am really sure it really connected and important for us nowadays. I am so excited to discuss in depth regarding our topic for today's podcast, which is weak faith is the cause of mental health. Is it true or not? But before that, let us hear an advertisement. Now we are in an endemic phase. However, it should be noted that if you have not yet taken the booster vaccine, please go to a hospital near you to take your booster injection. Remember to always wear your mask when in a closed building and in a crowded place. Keep yourself clean, always wash and sanitize your hand. We can do this together. Kita jaga kita. Alright, now before I'm going depth to our topic for today, let us know what is true definition of mental health. The World Health Organization (WHO) defines mental health as a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and can contribute to his or her community. While this definition represents significant progress toward moving away from the conceptualization of mental health as the absence of mental illness, it raises several concerns and lends itself to potential misunderstanding by identifying positive feelings and positive functioning as key factors for mental health. People who are otherwise in good mental health frequently experience negative emotions like as sadness, illness, anger, or unhappiness. This is normal and should be expected as part of a life that has been completely experienced. In spite of this, mental health has frequently been conceived of as a completely positive effect, characterized by feelings of enjoyment and a sense of command over one's surroundings. Okay, settle down on definition. I hope you guys still here with me, right? The notion that religion and psychiatry have always been at odds with one another is one that is still widely held today. The majority of people today hold the belief that in medieval times, most mental illnesses were thought to be the result of witchcraft or possession by demons. In point of fact, one of the myths that underpin the field of psychiatry is the notion that courageous and enlightened psychiatrists were responsible for freeing mankind from this religious superstition. Now, I would like to share with you guys a simple analogy to make you guys think. Is it true that weak faith actually the cause for mental health? So, can you guys imagine? It's highly unlikely that the same friend would tell you that people who have diabetes have a lack of faith. A chemical imbalance in the brain is what causes depression, which can manifest itself as symptoms such as sadness, apathy, and a loss of hope, among others. The truth is that depression is a medical condition that needs to be treated in the same way that diabetes is, and that has nothing to do with a person's faith or lack of faith. Diabetes is a condition that is treated in the same way. So, when our emotional needs are not being adequately addressed, the nafs al-ammara begin to exert its influence over our feelings, thoughts, and behavior. The admonition in the Quran to learn and practice relaxation exercises in order to lessen the influence of the nafs al-ammara can be found in verses such as, when it is in control, our thoughts become distorted, which lead us to take things personally, to view everything in a negative light, and to believe that things cannot be changed for the better when it is not in control. However, our thoughts remain clear. So, for the conclusion, mental health is a disease and has nothing to do with lack of faith. This is a myth we often hear when there is a mental ill person. So, I would like to take this opportunity to call on all listeners to come together to take care of our mental health together. So, that's all from me for this episode. Hashtag let's love ourselves together. Bye!